Okay, so let's look at a demonstration of a grants management system built on the Microsoft Dynamics CRM platform. We're looking at a grant management system here that can manage the full cycle of grants from application through assessment, through the creation of agreements, to the post-award administration phase, and ultimately to the audit phase of the grant cycle. There's two primary interfaces to this solution. There's the public-facing online eServices side, and then there's the program office internal side where case officers will manage the various grants cases as they go through their cycle. So let's start by looking at the public-facing side of the software. So here we are at the front door of the SMART program, the electronic front door, and I've come here as John Sullivan, an applicant, and I'm returning. I've been here before, so I don't need to register. It's important to note as well that this interface is been tested by both federal and provincial governments in Canada to meet compliance standards for security and privacy and accessibility. It's a fully bilingual capability that allows applicants to access grant programs services online. So I'm now going to log in as John Sullivan, a returning applicant. So the first thing John sees is he has a menu welcoming him to the system, and you can see on the left side that he has a portfolio called My Submissions, and he can access the My Submissions area. He could also go to the user profile, change his language, change the basic information on himself as a user. So he's going to click on the submissions, and he now sees that he's registered with 3 programs for this particular granting agency. So he's going to go into the program we're calling the demo competition. Now, John's been here a number of times, so you can see that he's now got quite a list of submissions that he's put into the various programs for the SMART program. Each time he's created a submission, the system has generated a case number to track everything from beginning to end. So a case officer can always know what case he's dealing with, and associate everything to that case number. So both John and the case officer can track everything associated with a grant application. So let's go into one of these. We're going to drill down and view a typical grant application. So you'll notice that there's a summary page which we've landed on initially. We see that this application is in process. It's broken down into pages and sections, and each of these sections are logical groupings of information that the grant program needs to get to complete an application. And as John completes this, either at 1 or 2 or many sittings, it tracks when he last changed it and so forth. So just to give you an example of one of these sections, I'm going to drill down on applicant organization, and we'll see here that this section of the application form has a number of fields of information that need to be collected, the legal name of the organization and so forth. One of the things that this type of eService tool can do is it validates a lot of the information before it gets into the grant program, which saves a lot of time on the grant officer side. Like, dates are put in with the right format, information is collected and validated before it even comes into the program, which is much more efficient than perhaps a paper application. And there's also mandatory fields to make sure that the application is complete. So you get a very clean submission coming into the program from the applicant. So John can complete 1 or many of these submissions, and he can come back later and track the status of these submissions as they go through the process. So now what we're going to do is we're going to log out of the eServices portal, and we're going to go over to the program facing side.